Another live here on Patreon. Gonna wait for this to kick on over and then we're gonna get rocking and rolling on some project life layouts today. Let's see, anytime now. Take a sip of coffee, which is somewhat fresh. Yay. Okay, so while we wait for that to happen, it should be any second now. Today we're going to be putting together 3 project life layouts in my 2022 album. So this is going to be there we go. Hey there, friends. It is officially live here. I see my video. We are good to go. So welcome to today's live here on Patreon. As I was saying, a lot of times I just get talking right at the beginning because as soon as you hit that play button is when the replay will go from. So some of you are there. Oh boy. Mallory, I see you. You're staying home with the boys. Everybody's sick. Oh no, and a doctor's appointment in a bit. I hope it's not the dreaded RSV. Although, I know that's a lot of times in younger kids, but I swear that's what my family, all of us had. Or ear infections. Like, what is it this time of year with ear infections? Who knows? Anyway, I hope that everything goes okay and that they feel better super quickly. Today on our live, I'm going to be putting together 3 weeks in my 2022 Project Life album. So week 23, 24, and 25. This would have been, I think this is pretty much almost all of June because we got into the beginning of June yesterday. So we're going from June 6th all the way to June 26th. And then tomorrow we'll round out the last week of June / first week of July. And that will be another month done inside this album. So that's very exciting. Do I have any announcements, anything to tell you? Yes, today on Patreon, I posted like a million posts. So I apologize for the spam, the notification, email, all that spam that's coming your way. But next year, I'm making some changes to Patreon. I have some more things coming down the pipeline that I will talk to you all about later this month as we head into the month of December. Just a clear picture or a clearer picture on what 2023 is going to look like in this space. So one of the changes I wanted to go ahead and get out there as early as I could, because it potentially will affect many of you. And that is that I'm opening up our Patreon book club to everyone. So it's going to be part of the $5 tier and the $10 tier. So it's going to be a larger group. I wanted it to just, I wanted to invite everyone to come and participate because I feel like book club is where a lot of times we really, really get to know each other, and to have that experience or that opportunity with more of you is very exciting. Another thing, along with opening up the book club, which we call Shelf Life, just as a tongue-in-cheek book club name, in addition to the announcement that it's going to be open to everyone next year, I also have decided this year to let you all weigh in on what books we read. So I started I got together with my sister and, sisters, I suppose, and we decided on genres for each month throughout 2023. So every month will be a different genre of book that we'll read. And then, went through a bunch of lists of books and read through a whole bunch of descriptions to narrow our choices down to 2 that I think are really strong contenders. So I created 12 polls to have you all vote on which of the 2 books we should read. On Monday next week, I'm going to pull all of those results, put together a finalized list of our 2023 Shelf Life Book Club books, and post that for all of you. Since we're getting into Christmas season, where you potentially, and this is where it might affect you, you potentially might want to have some of these books on your Christmas wish list. So this is my way of getting it to you sooner rather than later. So that's an option for you if you're struggling for ideas for what to ask for Christmas this year. So that is just a long explanation to say, make sure to go and log into Patreon and vote on the book that you want. Included in all of those posts, I also have a link to the book. It is an affiliate link, so just heads up on that. But there's a link that takes you to the book on Amazon. And also, I have a brief description, or the whatever would be on the dust jacket cover or the back of the book. That's there for you to read through, and a page count, because I know sometimes the number of pages matters to some of you. So I wanted to make sure to include how long the books were as well. So that is that. So go vote. Go vote. I'm excited to see what you all pick. I think there are 24 amazing books that, I don't know, maybe I'll have to read all of them next year, or maybe I'll just save them for another time. Who knows? Okay, so that's the only announcement I have at this point. This Saturday, we are going to be getting together for the prep party. We're doing a prep party viewing party that's for tier 2 this time around. So if you're in tier 2, make sure to come and mark your calendars for that. I will probably have a couple of activities. I need to figure out what those are going to be. So we have some fun things to do throughout the day. Just a fun way to hang out and be together during the online party. And then next Friday, so not in 2 days, but a week in 2 days, we're meeting up on Friday night for Fridays with Friends, which is generally just like a super low-key hangout. We craft, we chat, we do all the things. This year, I wanted to use the November Fridays with Friends as an opportunity to talk to all of you about the things that you have loved for Patreon this year and the things that we can let go of for Patreon next year. And some, having some more discussion around changes coming for next year. So I value your input. And so I wanted an opportunity, I wanted this chance to be with all of you, get some of your input before I make my final stamp of changes of, stamp of approval. That's not what I was trying to say, but you know what I mean. Before I have finality on my decisions for next year, I wanted to meet with all of you first. So mark your calendars for next Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time for Fridays with Friends. And that's open to everybody too. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Let's get to desk view and put these together. Yay. All right, I'm gonna move the camera. It's gonna shake for a minute here, and then we'll get settled, situated, and started. I need my stool. Okay, let's do this. Ooh, Mallory, you've been crafting all morning. That's very exciting. Good. That's sometimes the nice thing about being stuck at home with sick kiddos instead of going to work is being able to just do some things to relax and have fun. Also, it means you can be here, and that's really exciting. So yay for that. Caitlin May's been coughing a lot. I wonder if her cough is residual from being sick. I wonder, because Jonah has had a residual cough. It's much less, but he was coughing at the beginning of this week even, and that's almost 2 weeks after he was sick. My mom, who also got sick at around the same time as Aaron and Jonah, is also still not totally recovered. It's lingering and not fun. So yesterday, this was week number 22. Oh, hi, Kat. Okay, but you cannot lay here. You can go over there if you want. No, you can go over there. Oh, I should turn my lights on. You're right. Go over there. Go on. Go lay down. Let's turn these on, because that'll brighten this up too a little bit more. Okay, you gotta stay over there. You're allowed on the table, but in your corner. Come on. Right here. Here you go. Lay right there. He's totally not going to listen to me, and he's going to lay down in the middle of my projects. And I'm going to have to kick him out of here. No. So anyways, this was week number 22. I used the January Stories by the Month kit to tell the stories. Cat, over there. you cannot be, I know it's blank and it looks like a wide open space. So for week 23, I am going to be using the Unexpected Story Kit for the week's stories. And this week, we actually went on vacation with our friends to a little small town up north. Almost, I want to say, no, it wasn't in the thumb. Where was it? Maybe it was. It was close. It was like thumb area-ish, which that's, you know, I live in Michigan. It's nice because our state looks like a hand or a mitten. So we're like over here on our vacation and I live over here. So it's, you know, not too terribly far. And so I have a lot of vacation photos that are going to go into this layout. I also had kind of sort of pre-planned where I wanted to put all of my embellishments, which is going to make this layout come together super quickly. I don't know if I was going to use all of these, but we will see. So I've got a bunch of chipboard left over from the kit, all these like wonky circles. I am crossing my fingers. I don't know. How do you guys feel about the wonky circles? Do you love them? Are you over them? How do you feel about the wonkies? I'm curious. I feel a little bit over them. Like there's just been so many wonky circles. I would be totally fine with, you know, well-defined circles. But I'm curious, maybe I'm just on my own over here being a big complainer. So we've got chipboard circles. We've got a couple of these, I wanted to call them pleather. Like I was mixing pleather and felt, and these are neither. This is a fabric heart. This is something I cut off of another card. It says, yep, there's totally a story here. I don't know if I'll use that. And then I have some of these canvas word strips. So in the middle, I wasn't ready and making room. I think I'm going to quickly open up this layout on my computer because this is the only one I didn't really look at yesterday when I was going through all of these. Also, I had a question from, I think it was from Lynn, about journaling. When do I do my journaling and when do I print it? So I print my journaling generally just like whenever I'm working on the layout. So a lot of these that you're seeing, I printed the journaling a long time ago because my intention was to make the layouts, was to print everything out, make the layouts, film it, and put it on my YouTube channel, because that's where right now all of my Project Life layouts through week 19 are on my YouTube channel, and I have a blog post about them and all the things. So I was going to print them all out, film it, put it on there. I had a bunch of packets ready to go. I want to say it was July when I did this, maybe June, and then life got in the way, summer got in the way, all the things got in the way, and I never ended up making them. So I'm pulling them back out. It's November now, but I actually did the journaling for these in the summertime. Now, this one right here, this June one, I had picked out my photos, but I did not do the journaling. So I did my journaling for this last night. And then this one, I had it pre-printed as well. So I think this is the last one that I had already done and printed. And after this, I will have to memory dive and write up my journaling, this month is when it'll happen. So when I'm working on it. I do, however, for some months have my daily journal where I wrote in there in the moment. So there's more details, especially once we start getting into August. July is where I have the least amount of words documented, period, anywhere. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun to go back and, get into that mindset again. But I can do that. It hasn't been too long. So this is my general layout. Coffee. I'm going to try to not let my coffee go cold this time. Let me pull up my layout on the computer just because I have a question about some of these things that I drew. And I want to make sure, that I'm doing it right. So one of the tricks or tips that I have when it comes to Project Life, or really any project, is if you have the digital version, and it is an extra step. So this is advice with a caveat of if you want this to be quicker, then don't listen to me. But if you want to feel a bit more, two things. If you want to feel a little more secure about the decisions you're making, or if you want to batch process, I think that works. What else was I going to say about this? I had another thing that I was going to say. That the batch process was not it. Anyway, you can make your layouts first on the computer using like Photoshop or Canva, whatever program you use. And you can play around with moving things all over the place. You can place your embellishments on there and all of that. Oh, I know what I was going to say. The actual crafting time. So these take longer when I'm live because I'm just sitting here chatting with you, and instead of just putting the layout together, sometimes we're just talking. But if I was not talking, this layout would take me 10-15 minutes to do, and that's it, because the majority of my work I did on the computer, where it probably took me more like, maybe a half an hour, 20 minutes to a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes for a more complicated layout, that sort of thing. But so I have all of these right now on, like, literally on my computer screen over there. So I can see exactly where I wanted to place everything, which is nice. Was I not using this one? So I have, like, I think I was going to use the orange one here. I've got this, like, pinky colored one here. I don't have this one on there anywhere. Do I have this? Yep. How about the just no? Okay, so I think these two, go to my stash out of the blue, and no, just no, and this goes to my stash, and these I don't have on there. So, okay, so this is going to be stash products. Cool. The rest of this goes like this. I do have my clear phrase stickers that I could, if I wanted to, put on here. Like, actually, I kind of like them as subtitles on some of these chipboard pieces. That's cute. So maybe I'll do that. And this I want to use as my date stamp. This, maybe I'll layer this on here. Yep, there's totally a story here. Maybe I will actually use it. Oh, and the cat laid down where he's supposed to. So, so that'll be good. Because these are all too big. Yeah, too big. Okay. So this is going to be really fast. So here we go. I need ruler adhesive. And you see, hi everyone. Hi Amber and Deb. At first you didn't, Tammy, I see your comment that at first you didn't love the thinner. I love the thinner. I just wish there were adhesive on the back. I think that's my only, like, and then, I don't know. I'm glad you are enjoying all of it. And, they are cute when you get them on a layout, right? So let's stick some of these things down. I mean, I guess you can move them around a little easier when they don't have adhesive. But, no. Okay, so, oh wait, no, this goes here. So this says, now what? We're just going to add these. I'm going to use I have Tim Holtz tonic. Are they tonic? No. Yes. Tonic scissors? I think that's wrong. Anyway, they are Tim Holtz scissors, and they cut through chipboard really nicely. So I typically pull these out if I'm cutting through something really thick. Otherwise, I like to use just some regular scissors instead, or precision if I'm fussy cutting. So I've got like 3 different pairs of scissors that I use, and everything has a separate reason. Okay, this one. So I'll talk through some of these photos. Actually, I want to Oh, Mallory, you're taking out the sewing machine. You got this. You can do it. You can do it. And just remember that even if it's not perfect and wonky, that can look very purposeful too. And it looks awesome. It just gives texture, right? You got this though. Cheering you on. So for photos, one of the things I wanted to do, I purposefully put this plastic title in with the products to document this week because we went on vacation with friends. And if you've ever been on a vacation with me, or if you ever go on a vacation with me, I like to vacation the same way I like to live my life. And that is with intentions and plans. So, oh, I'm going to cough. So I generally like to do a little bit of research, find out things we can do in the area, have a list of restaurants we might want to go to. Sometimes I'll put together activities with price lists so we can make decisions based on how much things cost, because that does matter. It matters for us anyway. And I like to have all that information when we go on vacation. So even if we don't necessarily make decisions that says, you know, like day one, we're going to do this activity, this one, and this one, right? Even if it's not that, just having the list and bringing that with me and then being able to talk to our travel mates and figure out a plan generally at the end of the day or at the beginning of the day to just kind of game plan what we want to do based on the things that there are to do. That's usually how I go about vacations because it makes me feel like I'm getting, I guess, the best bang for my buck, yes, but also I'm utilizing my time as much as I can because we don't get a ton of chances to go on vacation. So I want to have the time of my life while I'm out there, right? So on this particular vacation, we had messaged our friends with a question of, hey, do we want to come up with some things to do while we're there? I wonder how this would work on this. That looked dumb, maybe. Anyway, do we want a list of things to do while we're there? I can come up with a list and bring it with us, or is there anything specifically that you would like to do? Sort of, things like that, communicating in that way with our friends. And our friends were like, no, we don't really want to have a plan. We want to just go there and just do whatever we want in the moment. Like we're not really going to do plans because that's too stressful. And I was like, what? What do you mean we're just going to go there and not have any clue of what we're doing? I was like, that makes me feel uncomfortable, but whatever, it's technically their vacation that they invited us on. So I was like, I'm not gonna impose my need for structure on them if that makes them feel uncomfortable. So this go with the flow, I purposefully left for this layout because that's exactly what this week was go with the flow. And it was uncomfortable, but we did it. I'm looking for, you know what? I have a jar of labels. I'm looking for a label that I can put on top of this heart where I can put the dates because I need something there. I will say we learned a couple lessons after going on that vacation. We've learned some things that you don't want to, it's just interesting going with people who travel in a different way than you, where I think in the future, it's not that we wouldn't do a vacation with them again. Definitely we would, but we would have our own place that we stay at. I think that was a lesson learned, that our kids eventually just were bickering and it was awful. And I think everyone was ready to leave by the end because they were just, being kids. That might work. Anyway, so we will not go and stay at the same place. And also, I think we will not go for as long, or maybe like intentionally plan for one day to just be a day of doing nothing, where we stay at whatever, you know, wherever we're at, whatever beach. Or we had a house on the lake, but it was too cold to swim. So it kind of limited, you know, what we could do at the lake. But their intention, our friend's intention, was to just relax on the beach by the water the whole time, which is fine, right? That's fine. That's, some people, that's really how they like to travel. But that's not how I travel. So anyway, so it was a lesson learned for sure. And then what I'd say is in the other days, I would plan out stuff for us to do and just offer it as a, hey, if you want to join us, here's what we're going to do, but we're going to go do this because that's fun. And that's what I want. Anyway, so it's just, you know, we all have learning experiences, I think, in terms of how we communicate and how we participate in life with each other. You know, that we just have different lifestyles, different travel styles. And it's not that we can't enjoy those things together. We just, it's the dates, 6 to 12. We just need to go in it knowing. All right, so this is June 6th to June 12th. Okay, that leaves me a little bit of room to put something there if I want a separator. That over here. That over there. I grabbed that out not because so this is just like a stamping mat. It's like foam with like a, I don't know, it's got like a more velvety foam top to it, right? Anyway, so this is not a like super necessity. But when I'm working and I have a bunch of crap on my desk like this, where I don't necessarily want to drop a stamp and get it on my photos or my cards, I like to use one of these to just cover up a lot of what's underneath it so I can stamp on top and know that my other stuff is pretty well safe and sound. And then we can take it off and put it back away. So this guy, I am going to staple onto this heart. That will give me my date stamp. And then we'll peel off the backing and we'll stick it down. That'll be my title card. This was the first year, I think. This might be the second year, but for sure the first year, where I stopped putting the weekly titles. So even though this is week 23, I'm not going to put week 23 anywhere on it, which I started doing because I felt like it didn't really matter what week it was, except for being able to find the photos on my computer and that sort of thing. So I needed it more for my own knowledge, but it doesn't really matter to anybody else coming to this. But what does matter is the dates. So I started using just the dates with no weekly title, and I can say after doing it for definitely 6 months now, but I feel like I did this last year too, I have no regrets. I don't miss having that weekly title at all. All right, so hello, Diane, catching up late from the thumb. Nice. What isn't it just a, I don't know if it is where you're at, but it is just a beautiful day here today. It's cold. So like it is cold, but I think it's a high of like 60 something today, which is very exciting. And then tomorrow is a high, I think, of like 70. And then we go back down. I think next week we're going to be in the 30s, which is, you know, freezing. It's so cold. But my house is crazy hot today, even though it's cold outside because of the sun. It's just so sunny. It's beautiful. Oh, so we went to oh gosh. So we spent a lot of our time in Tawas City, or Tawas. It's Tawas City, but Tawas anyway. So we spent a lot of time there, but that's not where we stayed. We stayed, let me see if I wrote it down. I hope I wrote it down. It was something, did I not? No, it's not there. It's not there. Well, crap. Where did we go? Hold on. Hold the phone. I'll see if I put it over here. Maybe I have it in my... I bet you I put it in here. So I have a travel album for this vacation specifically to still put together, where I have all the journaling done. I just haven't, you know, haven't done it yet. Is it going to be on here maybe? What the heck? Did I not write it down? I can't believe that. Okay. I don't remember. But it was about, I want to say it was like a half an hour north of Tawas. Just a small, like the grocery store was the size of a small house. Like it was a very small town. And it was on the lake because we stayed at a house where, look, do I have a picture of the house view? No, but like this was the backyard of the house, this picture of the beach and the water. The sand went right up to the back door. It was cool. It was a cool place to be. It was a very beautiful place. But I don't remember. East Tawas, yeah. Yes, so West Michigan is always my go-to for if we're going to vacation in Michigan. I love the west side of our state. It is amazing. It's funny because I always say, or I always said, that if I had the choice to live anywhere in Michigan, it would be on the west side, either in like Grand Rapids area, but I love Holland so much. That's like my dream is Holland. And it's funny because last summer, Aaron's company, he works for a credit union, they acquired a building, or they acquired a location in, maybe I want to put this here, in Holland. So they were looking for somebody to go out there and serve as their in-house IT person out in Holland. So we really, really, really debated it, moving out there, and ultimately decided not to because all of our family is over here. All of them are. I think the furthest person away is my sister, who is about 45 minutes away from us. Everybody else is between 5 minutes and maybe 20. So we're like, no, we can't move from family. But it was like the chance. Like if it was going to happen, if we were going to do it, it would have been last year in the summertime. So now I don't know if I can say, like, if I could live anywhere, I'd live there, because I had the chance and I didn't, you know? So now I suppose I just say, like, if I could live anywhere, it would just be within close proximity of my family. Like, that's really what matters, I think, the most now. But anyway, long story short, I love the west side of the state. Love it. Plus, they have all the breweries. It's so good. All right, so we're going to do this like, yep, there's totally a story here. I wish I would have cut this a little bit further so I could turn it into a flag, but, you know, it is what it is. And we'll staple that on just for the repeat of the treatment, right? So we've got the thing stapled into the middle. You need some cold. It's 85. Oscoda, we were south of Oscoda. So we were in between the two. Because we thought about, we were in between Oscoda, right? I'm pretty sure. No, I think we were between Oscoda, because that's further north of Tawas. but Alpena is even further, isn't it? So I think we were between Alpena and Oscoda, I think. I'm gonna have to find it. I know I have it written down somewhere because like it's an important part of the story. Where the heck did we go? And if I don't have it, well, you know, that's funny, I suppose. All right, so we've got all the chipboard on here. Everything's adhered down. So I think what I'm gonna do is take these three to this embrace the mess of now, this now what, and the story. You can't come over here. You can't come over here. Stay over there. And my cat is up on the table. P.S. So if you weren't here when he made his cameo, he's back there. Anyway, so I'm gonna find a word that makes sense to put on these three because there's a little bit of space, and why not? Aside from vacation photos, so I've got like my feet on the beach, which I thought would be a really cool backdrop for the Go With The Flow plastic title. And I really love the way that looks. And then this was our pizza dinner the first night when we got there. We did a grocery trip we got there on a Thursday. So on Friday, we did a grocery trip because we were going to cook at our house that we were staying at. And on the road, on the way up, we passed by this pickle stand called Freakin' Pickles, which I just love. And we love pickles. So we were like, oh my gosh, we need to go to Freakin' Pickles. So when we went to the grocery store, we ended up going to Tawas, and there they had another Freakin' Pickles stand, or like little tiny building. So we went there and got a whole bunch of different gourmet flavored pickles. That was fun. And also that's why I added this "You Are the Best Thing I Never Planned," because we didn't plan that. It was just kind of, we saw it and we're like, oh my gosh, we need to do that. This is the kids. A lot of the time we were there just played video games, because if you're all in one spot for, I think we were there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we were there 5 days. When you're in the same house for 5 days in a row on the beach, even though the beach and the water is fantastic, kids get bored of that within like, I don't know, an hour, maybe two. So then they'd go inside and they played video games or board games and that kind of stuff. So I have a picture of Jonah that I just like. And then this one of the kids playing on the sand with their water toys, not going in the water because it was really cold. This is me on the beach having a morning cup of coffee, which was super fun. And then these two are from Tawas. So this was or East Tawas, I think, yeah. This was a park that you could just go play at, and we went there 2 days. One day I was like, I can't stay in this house. We need to go do something. So we went to East Tawas to go do some shopping and the playground and all that kind of stuff. Invited our friends to come with us, and they did. So we did putt-putt, which was a total disaster. Thanks to my daughter. She performed less than perfectly and then threw herself a massive tantrum fit over it and ended up in the car with me for an hour while everybody else played putt-putt. So it was total disaster. But I get it. You know, she's with her friend Ryan that we were there with is very, very competitive. And they've always, from the time I used to homeschool them together, they have always had strife when he's competitive and she's perfectionist. It's a total clash. So I get it, and it was fine, and we handled it, but I am not going to go putt-putting with Izzy anytime soon. Plus, I don't even like to putt-putt because I'm a perfectionist and I stink at putt-putt. So anyway, so we did that, and then took a family picture in front of a mural. So I had our friends take that. We ended up going back the day that we went home because when I go to a downtown, I like to just like meander, go in the shops, you know, get some coffee here, get some candy or chocolate there, maybe an ice cream. Like we just like spend an entire day in a downtown having so much fun. And with all of the kids and the two families, actually there was a third family too with no kids, but 3 families, they were ready to go back. Everyone was ready to go back. So I told Aaron, like, I want to go back there when we go home because I did not get my fill. you know, and I want more time. So that's what we did. So before coming home on Monday, we went back and did shopping and stuff. So what I'm going to do here, I found, so there's a word embrace, which I'm going to put next to the go with the flow and the story, because that was definitely a story of embracing being uncomfortable with not having a plan. So we'll do that. And then this one, for the non-vacation photos, I've got a picture of my sink where I was watering my plants. I took a photo of that because I just like photos with a lot of greenery. I don't know. This one was the first weekday of no school, where the kids both went over to our family friends for the day. This one is where they had started their summer school program. And this one was Erin mowing our lawn after not mowing it for, I don't know, maybe a month. And it was like really, really bad. So that's why we've got the embrace the mess of now. Because, you know. Oh, how about oh well? I kind of like that. Embrace the mess of now. I think I literally just said oh well out loud as I was talking about that. And if I didn't, I definitely thought it. So oh well can go there. And then this one that says what now? We're going to say, what do I want you to say? Could be better, could be worse, surprise, new start, plans. Maybe like just this right now. So it is what it is. Okay, I think we'll do this one. Come on, get off the page. There we go. Yeah, we'll do right now. Can go on here. And then that is all I'm going to do, I think. We'll let the rest be the rest, because it's a lot. We got a lot of circles. We got a lot of hearts. We've got a lot of words and a lot of pictures. So there we go. Week 23 done, which I'll put into the pockets later after I photograph it. I also did not have a moment yesterday to edit my photos. So hoping today I can get yesterday's and today's done so I can upload those to the posts so you can see close-ups if you're interested in that. All right, let's put you over here. And we're going to move on to week 24. Let's put that out of the way. Green bush. I think it was green bush. I think that was it. I'm pretty sure we stayed in Greenbush. It's like literally like, you know, like it takes you probably like 1 minute to get on the road from the beginning to the end of it. I think you're right. I think it was Greenbush, because now that I'm saying that out loud, even that sounds the most familiar. So I think you nailed it. I think that's it. Where did I put the other protectors? Oh, there they are. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's it. It was super tiny, which is why we had to go to other towns to go do stuff. Judy, you need a list of breweries from the west side? I am happy to oblige, because there are a lot of really good ones. And depending on what types of beer you like my favorite kinds are sour beers. So because of that, one of my favorite breweries out that way is in Grand Rapids, actually, and it's called Vivant Brewery. It's super cool. Like the building itself is really cool, but then they also have really good beer. But there's a ton. There's like so many. There's so many. And of course, like New Holland Brewery. Yes, fantastic. Founders, fantastic. Those are like the bigger name ones, right? Okay, we're still warm. We're still warm enough. All right, so we're moving on to week 24. This time, oh, good luck, Mallory. Give us an update and let us know how everything is and that everyone's okay after your appointment. Yeah, a dot on the map. You're right about that. So, okay, week 24 was the middle of June, and I had a couple of things going on. I accidentally printed 2 photos for this spot, so I guess I can choose what I want to use. A couple things, actually quite a few things that were happening this week. So number one, it was the Pride celebration in our downtown. So we took the kids to that over, it would have been, I think, maybe like a Thursday night. Yeah, it was a Thursday night because it was the same night as book club. So last year we couldn't make it. This was the second year that they did it. So I wanted to make a point to go and support it this year because I support that. So, so that was going on. So I have a couple of pictures. Well, I have one picture from that. This was the Monday when we came home from our vacation. We must have gone and gotten ice cream downtown at some point because that's ice cream from downtown. This was from the Pride Festival. And then in the same night, the same day, I had book club, my local book club. And I took a picture. I have 2 of them. I have a picture of the charcuterie board. And then I have a picture of these macaroons, which I'm thinking about doing the macaroons because they have a... In fact, we're just going to do the macaroons. But this is sad because now I don't know what I'm going to do with this picture. I have no reason to use this. Maybe I'll give it to Sarah because it's a picture of her charcuterie board. Anyway, the macaroons have a inside joke story to them. So I kind of like having those on there because it alludes to that. Anyway, so we have that going on. So book club that night. Then on Saturday this week, we had invited over Izzy's best friend from school and his family. And they came and it was really nice. So the kids like played together. His name is Liam, is her best friend. One of them anyways. So Liam has a younger sister that is, I think, maybe half a year older than Jonah. So it was super nice because he had someone to play with too. And then the parents and Aaron and I could spend some time just getting to know each other. It ended up being the only play date that we had over the summer with them. We were hoping to do more. I don't know. It's kind of an awkward thing. So here's the story. Here's like, I don't know, maybe you guys could tell me, like, tell me if I'm reading into something or not. So we had the friends over to our house. And they came, it was really nice and it was not awkward. We had a lot in common. They're really busy. They have 3 kids. So Liam is their oldest, who's in 1st or 2nd grade this year with Izzy. And then their second oldest is a little bit older than Jonah. And then they have a baby who I think at this point is maybe a year old. So 3 kids, which keeps them pretty busy. And the dad is a sales rep, so has a pretty busy schedule as well. So I assume that they just, you know, they don't have a lot of time. I also vaguely remember the mom, the wife, or the mom, saying that she's a homebody and pretty introverted, which I can relate to that. I get that. So we were hoping that after the play date, and it went really well, we're like after that, and they accidentally left like this dish at our house, right? So we contacted them to say like, hey, we have this dish, and because I didn't know where they lived. I do now, but I didn't at the time. And I was like, hey, I'd love to drop this by. If you shoot me over your address, I can just swing it by or whatever. And she's like, oh, we're going on vacation, so I'll let you know, whatever, and we'll get it back. Okay, so I still have the dish to this day. It's like on top of my cupboards, and I want to go give it back to them. I might just drop it on her porch now that I know where they live and just leave it there. Anyway, there was never any more contact. And I suppose we could have contacted, right? We could have reached out to say, hey, let's set up another play date with the kids. It'd be super fun. There was never any contact though. So then we come to the beginning of the school year, and honestly, the summer was crazy. It was so busy that we just probably really didn't even have time. So it's fine. But it's the new school year now, and they live close enough to the school that they walk every day. So every single day I see Liam's mom and the kids walking to and from school. So they're always, dropping off right around the time that I drive Izzy to drop her off, and then picking up, like I see them walking home when I go to pick up Izzy from school. And his mom refuses to make eye contact with me. I have one of the most recognizable cars in our area. So they know, she knows it's me. Liam even will sometimes be like, Izzy, when our car drives by. But she does not make eye contact with me. It's so awkward. I don't know what to do. Anyway, that's just, I don't know. That's life, I guess, right? I don't know. Relationships as adults are hard. They're just hard. I wish they were as easy as they were when we were in school. When everybody is just, I don't know, more open. But I don't know. So anyway, now whenever I drive by, I'm just awkwardly looking at them in the hopes that maybe she'll look at me and we can wave and smile. But it hasn't happened. Except when the kids yell. Except when Liam sees us and he's like, hey, and then we roll down the windows and the kids wave. But it's weird. It's a weird thing. I don't know what to think of it. I think maybe she's just really, 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 really introverted, way more than I am. And I'm starting to understand that more as the year goes by. But they all came over to our house and they don't know us, at the time. So maybe that's outside of their comfort zone. And in that case, good for her, right? Good for them. Okay, so I've got a couple things here. I've got pictures. The cards you see here. So kind people are my kind of people. This rainbow, this part rainbow, this proud of you, and the love is love. All of those were part of the June Patreon digital download, which is still available, and you can still go grab it if it's something you are interested in. I did throw the card into Photoshop and I arched my text. If you don't know how to do that, it's essentially you create a text box, and then there's a button in the top bar, toolbar, whatever, that has a T, and then it's got a dotted curved line around it. So you click on that, and then you can choose how much, how I don't know what that is called, how arched you want it to be. And so I did that for this in order to get my text to follow the lines of the rainbow, and I think that looks really cool. And the last thing that happened this week, aside from friend date, was that we celebrated, I think this was actually Father's Day is in June, right? Yes. So I think this was Father's Day, maybe. If not, we just went over to my cousin's house because my uncle and his wife and their kid came to Michigan for the first time in 5 years, maybe. So we spent the day with them, and then the following week that we'll work on here in a moment is a lot of pictures of family stuff with them because they were here, and so we just wanted to get out there as much as we could. For this card, this Love is Love, I printed my journaling on a slightly gray background so that I could cut it out, stick it on top of the card, and have it differentiated between the background and the text itself. But I wanted to still have some of that color going in there. So now I just need to figure out, like, what do I want to do to embellish this? Because this was where my plans ended for this one. I think what I'll do is pull out my stash of stickers and chipboard and stuff. And, ooh, like, those are cute. And we'll just pick something and go with it. So. Yeah, I agree. Adult women relationships are the worst. I agree. Okay, so here we go. I've got stars, which has pretty much the whole rainbow. I mean, pink instead of red, but we've got orange, we've got yellow. Okay, there's no green, blue, and purple. I actually bought this, and now that I have found it, I'm kind of sad. I thought I lost this. I mean, I'm happy because I thought I lost it, but I originally bought this for October Daily last year because it's got orange and purple and yellow, which is, you know, perfect for October Daily. And then I must have put it in my sticker stash instead of my October Daily stash. So, well, now I know that, and I have them all unused. So we could do stars. Not you. My cat is now snoring in his corner, which is just so cute. Kitty snores are adorable. These are super old from Feed Your Craft. Oh my God, those little baby, little tiny kitty snores. They're so cute. Okay, so then I've got asterisks, which I don't have a ton of these left, but I could do asterisks. I think I still like the stars the best just because they've got that super bright color to them. Puffy stickers. Oh, I got like some chipboard stars that fell off the sheet. No. Gold. More gold. Hearts. Here's where these came from. Let's put them back. Okay. Back on there you go. That's a no. Different stars. More puffy hearts. I used to love using puffy hearts everywhere, and I don't use them very much anymore. So now these are just old sheets of hearts. More hearts. Ampersands. More ampersands. And more. Okay. And starbursts. No. Okay, so I think I kind of like these the best out of what I've got. I don't think I have anything else that goes on here. Because what are these? These are... I've got... Stop. Come off. Okay, so we've got hexagons, more puffies. That's all about reading. That's black and white. And these are ones that I've kept because I think I could probably do something cool with them. Like all these ovals, that's so cool. And then even this tag shape one, I feel like you could put stuff in it and it would be cool. So I just have those for a rainy day. Rainy scrapbooking day. Do those exist? All right. I think those hearts are gonna, not hearts, those stars are gonna be the winner. And then I think maybe we'll do some tiny phrase stickers too. So I can pull out, we get the stack of them. because I've got red. Wonder if I've got the rainbow. That would be awesome. There's yellow. I mean, that's kind of, well, I think I've got a better green than that. So we've got grays and blacks. Some of these are not. I usually like to put them in order in like a, in a better order, color-coded order. Maybe you. What I don't know is, oh, there's orange. Red, orange, yellow, green. These are all kind of, you need one that's like that Kelly green. I think that's what that green's called. There's more red, more yellow, teal. Oh, here's a blue. I do not have any purple, so maybe we'll supplement pink for purple. That's a cheat, but that's okay. I could do you, or I could do this one. It's a little bit more peachy. I think I'll do that one. Okay, so this could be fun. So we could go, so I think what I'll do is I'll put a pink star on this card so that we've got all the colors, right? We've got the purple and the pink, so that the rest of this, if I put pink places, it'll kind of make sense. So we'll put that there, and I might tiny phrase sticker on top of it. We'll see. Then, how do I want to do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of those. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm debating, like, do I want to embellish the top and the bottom row? Do I want to embellish all of the photos and none of the, oh, I need one here too. That one can be this purple one. This giant purple one can go here. Okay. Let's, how many little ones do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I have lots of little ones. So maybe I can put a little star on all of the photos. And then those big stars are here and here. And we'll leave these 3 blank, no stars. Let's do that. So we're gonna go this, like this one. I'm just gonna use a whole bunch of these up, I guess. Let's put a phrase sticker underneath. So let's do, what do I want? Maybe just like captured. It's vague enough that it can make sense. So captured, bam. Then we'll do maybe like a dark blue. Oh, come on. Up here on Erin. Let's go maybe orange. Do I have anything here? How about just want something small, you know, like not too big. How about just like, did I see just the word hello? How about just hello, like hello, handsome? I don't know. So I think I'll do hello. Yes. And blue. Okay. Okay, and then let's go here. Next, we can do maybe a yellow that says this adventure. And we can do maybe blue. Okay, this one. How about nurture? How about like, I could say you got this. Beautiful. Currently. How about just currently? That's, again, like real vague. Which I guess is what I'm going to go with here. Currently. And what do I want to do? Maybe this like lighter peachy color. Right there. Okay. Macaroons. Can be blue. These were so good. And my favorite one, so there was birthday cake, lavender, strawberry, maybe orange and lemon. The lavender, oh, I could eat a whole thing of just the lavender ones. They were so good. Okay, so slow and steady. Maybe, because you have to like savor, we savored them. Or like, nevertheless, she persisted. That might be what I put on here. I'm doing that. So, the story behind the macaroons is is Sarah hosted our book club. I think I want to do purple. She hosted our book club in June, and we read, oh, the backing just, fell off of that. We read a graphic novel. Actually, technically it was a comic. We read a series of comics, but they were combined into one book, which was the Superman, Son of Kal-El. And it was really good. And so she wanted to have a Pride-themed book club meeting. So to have like our food, hence the charcuterie board. She's got like a rainbow on the charcuterie board. She did we had ice cream, which I don't have a picture of it, but we had ice cream that was Superman and I don't remember what the other one was. Another flavor that represented the Superman's partner. Because in this version of Superman, it's the son of Superman and he is gay. So it was the Superman ice cream and the one that represented his partner. And so she has a friend that she works with whose family owns a macaroon shop or like a bakery, and they make macaroons. So she had asked the friend if they were doing any specials for Pride Month, that she would love to order from a small business and have, support small and have like delicious macaroons for her meeting. And the friend, and I say friend, but they're like acquaintances. They just work together. They're coworkers. So the friend got really like felt really awkward. And she said, you could just tell that she was put off and didn't know how to answer, and said that their bakery doesn't like to get political, so they weren't going to do anything for Pride Month because, that's a political thing. And so Sarah was like, well, it's not, like, to me, it's not political. It's a part of, it's a part of my life and a part of all of this, and I support it. And like, I guess, whatever, don't be political and don't have rainbow macaroons. That's okay. So I told her, I was like, hey, there's actually a bakery in my downtown that's owned by an LGBTQ business owner. And so they will be doing a special and they will have macaroons. So do you want me to go there and buy them and bring them to the meeting? And then we called them our gay macaroons. I'm like, we can have them. I can go get them and we'll have them. And she's like, yes. So that's what this is the picture of macaroons from the shop downtown. And we just had a laugh over it because, sometimes you just gotta find humor in things. And so therefore, she did not support her friend's local shop because they didn't have anything. They didn't have anything for her. So I think for this one, this is the only picture I have from the Pride event that we attended. For this one, I think I'm going to put, what do I want? I kind of like Think Happy Thoughts. Or I still have a lot to learn. That's a good one. Or Make Today Count. Let's just say Make Today Count. So we'll do this. I've got this little title was from the digital kit. I just fussy cut it out. I'll stick it down on the photo. Maybe like a little high up so I can add this tiny phrase sticker here. And then we'll put some kind of star by it. Yes, and yes, lavender flavored was like to die for. I want it. Now that I'm seeing this, I'm kind of like, I wonder if they have, I wonder if they still have their macaroons right now. Because I could go for some lavender macaroons. I could do it. Oh, I'm putting this on top of the eye. It can look like the dot of the eye. That's cute. Okay, we'll do that. Then we're going to come over here to the pool picture. Let's add one in here. And we'll go back to the beginning. So we've got, let's get, well, maybe not red. So maybe I'll go reverse. I have the pink down here. Let's go pink up here. The world is your playground. Yeah. Yeah, it is. So we'll do that. We'll do our star. Getting there. This was, I think, Father's Day. I'm pretty sure. Because Father's Day was this week, was it not? This would have been June 19th. Was June 19th Father's Day? I don't remember. But I think it was because we went over to Alex and Caitlin's house to have brunch or breakfast with his dad. I feel like it must have been. It must have been. Ugh. Okay, so we'll do that, and we're reversing. So we'll do blue, and we're going to say, what do we want to say here? So many of these. This must have been from the Strong Story kit because a lot of them are like, you know, keep going, empowered, believe in yourself. Sometimes showing strength means doing nothing. Have courage and be kind. Ooh, how about just shine bright? Okay. All right, this is the one of the kids playing outside. Oh, I don't really want to use green though. So I'm going to use, I think I'll use yellow here and red here. No, I don't want to use that. How about this? How about, ooh, good friends, good food. Orange. Let's do it. Just going to stick it down. Good enough. And for this one, let's do running out here, running out options. How about this blue one? Oh, the backing came off of this one too. Dang it. You know, for all my like, man, I wish there were backing. And then half the time it rips off. Making me eat my words. Love that. Okay, so we've got good friends, good food. And then last but not least, we'll come down here. I want to do a red, just so we can carry that red over. Let's do, how about just like full heart? That's nice. We'll go full heart and be this like darker peach color. That leaves me with some of those bigger orange ones so I can use them for Project Life, or the yellow ones. I used all the purples, which, you know, It's okay. I'm glad to have the purples used. But I wish there were more purple things in scrapbooking, which I never, purple is not my favorite color. I don't dislike it though. Actually, I like purple, but it is Isabella's favorite color. So I try to use purple things with like her layouts and all of that, just to give a nod to, you know, this is what she really likes right now. Oh, I also need my dates on here too, don't I? Oh, maybe, no. Where am I gonna add my dates? Crap. Anyway, there's just not a lot of purple. So maybe what I'll do is stamp my dates right here. Why not? They don't have to have a special card. They can just go on any old thing. I'll call that good. So this is June 13 through the 19th. For journaling on this one, I wrote about, first of all, coming home from up north with our friends. So that was first. And then I journaled about the festival and book club and the macaroons. And then here I talked about the weekend, just that we had a crazy busy weekend, that family came in, that we, what did I say? We went over to, we had our friends over, we went to the pool party and visited with Alex and Caitlin. So just super busy weekend. And then this one down here that says proud of you, I used as an opportunity to just write a little bit about what makes me proud about the kids. So it's almost like letter writing to them. You know, I'm proud of you because, I'm proud of you because, that sort of thing. Which I love having the chance to do some of that on these everyday types of layouts. It doesn't really tell a story of what happened because I didn't feel like I needed to specifically journal in depth about most of this because I have other layouts about these projects. So instead, I used this card to just write a little letter about what makes me proud of my kids. No, I don't want to do that in this stage of life. Okay, so that's going to be this week. I think I want to, maybe I'll just like draw a little heart here or something as a separator. That works. All right, I think that's it for this one. So I'm gonna add this over here, and then we'll do this. Yes, I have that one, the purple, this one, right? This purple ink, this lavender soda, which I agree. I love this one. There's another one too. They have purple rain. This past summer, I purchased a whole bunch of the Color Theory. I think I might have their full line as of right now. I don't think I'm missing any. Because their inks are super good for the notebooks I like to use, those Archer and Olive notebooks and the Passion Planner and all of that kind of stuff. So I invested in the Color Theory inks because they don't bleed as much as the other inks that I have, which are Paper Person and Allie Edwards. And then I have just a couple scrapbook.com and just a couple Distress inks, and then that's it. I don't have very much in terms of inks. Okay, so last layout for today. Woohoo! Okay. This one is going to be kind of the opposite of what we just did. So we've got the 3 4x6s because we're on the back side, right? And then we're going to do a full page of 3x4s. I have really loved being able or allowing myself to change up the configurations of the pockets that I'm working with. And just having a little bit more variety with all of that. For this layout, we are using the Sense Story Kit. I have a few things here that I had pulled to the side. So I have these like food puffy stickers that I haven't used at all. I'm going to stick these in with my sticker stash. So now they're, you know, I know they're there. I almost wish, like I love these. Here we go again. Here's what I wish. I love the art designs on these. I think they are so cute, but I don't love puffy stickers. I wish they were just cardstock and flat, because if they were, I would 100% use these in some of my journals. But because they're puffies, it makes it difficult to write. So like if you have puffy stickers and then you turn the page, like it's too difficult to write on the page. So I don't use puffy stickers in any of my journals. But if they were flat cardstock, I would. They are very cute. And I will probably not, definitely won't use 2 sheets. I need to put some of those in my to-go pile. This is a piece of, I think, the paper that I had left. So just like a 3x4 that'll go into my stash, because I don't think I need it for this one. Okay, so this is the Sense Story Kit. And we can start to lay things out. So this week was the week that my uncle and his wife and I guess he's my cousin. It's so weird. He's almost more like a nephew than a cousin, but he's my cousin. They all came to town. My uncle is 5 years older than me. So there's 18 years between my mom and him. So we kind of grew up together, almost with a relationship more like cousins than uncle and niece. So when he got married, his wife is also, just a couple years older than me, and his son is a year younger than Izzy. So they live out in Montana. For a long time, they lived in Bozeman, but then they moved. I think they're in Helena now. It's beautiful out there. It's actually our goal for 2024 is to do a long visit out to them, to go and see Montana and all that. I've been there quite a few times. Aaron, I don't know if he's ever been to Montana, and my kids definitely, well, Izzy has, but when she was just really little, she won't remember it. So I want to get out there again soon. I'm just going to set some of these things around. I must have used one of the embellishments. I want that one there. I want that one there. And then I want one more flower for over here. So I think I'm going to cut it out of this paper. I think this was a full paper, if I remember right. And I cut a bunch of them out to use in a different layout. Anyway, so they were here for a large part of the week. So we'd met up. We actually hosted everybody at our house. And this was also Week in the Life. Same week as Week in the Life. So if you're wondering, with Week in the Life, do I include it in Project Life? Yes, I do. I just pick some of my most favorite pictures, even if I use them. I think every single one of these pictures was inside of my my Week in the Life notebook this year. I think all of them were. I do not mind having the same pictures in multiple places. It doesn't bother me. And the nice thing with this is because when I did Week in the Life, I journaled like facts and feelings. I did a mind map to just kind of talk about all the things we did in the day. I used a journaling prompt for the day. So, some of the days the prompt was like around here, or I don't know, real life, or there's a whole bunch of them. They were those plastic phrases. So I use those as journaling prompts. By picking a completely different lens than I used for Week in the Life, I'm able to tell different parts of the same stories for Project Life. So in this case, I am using the lens of senses to tell my story. There is significantly less journaling on this layout than you may have seen on the previous weeks, because I did document this week in depth already. So I didn't feel the need to have a ton of journaling cards, and therefore I've got more of the filler cards this time. Love having an excuse for that, to get some of those on here. And then I did my best to use some of the various prompts included in the cards to figure out what stories to tell. Like, for example, there's this card that says, "Ha, love your sense of humor." And that really made me think of this day where we played in the outdoor, like, water thing. It's kind of like a pool. It's kind of like a splash pad. We played in that and then came inside, and Izzy just stayed outside and turned our deck, which is, it is not manufactured. What's it called? Oh, it'll come to me. It's not made out of wood, our deck. It's like almost like that recycled material. So it doesn't splinter, it doesn't have any of that. So she turned our deck into a slip and slide, and then like blew silly faces on the windows, and she just was being really silly. So made me think of this, right? Therefore, I put the "ha" in there because it helps to tell that story, helps to remember or to trigger the memories of it. Oh, I'm trying to think if I want some of these on here. Like maybe if I put 3 of them on here, then it'll tie it all together. Although I have this one that kind of matches. And I have the red one. I want to keep you there. So it's then like, do I want another one maybe up here? So I've got a flower it's like staggered throughout. Kind of like that. But I need a full one. This helps me use up this card. So going into this, I had a plan. I used the digital version to create my plan for where everything was going to go. And then sometimes when you're in process of working on it, you can make adjustments, right? Which is kind of the nice thing about doing it digitally first, is I was able to make some of my larger decisions. And then I still have some flexibility when I go to actually put the thing together. Okay, my last question is, what would it look like if I just took this last one here, cut it out, and then what would it look like if you were stacked on top? I kind of like that. So I've got you there, you there, you there. I'm going to put my dates over here. I could put this one up there, because that way all of those florals have something layered on top, and I kind of like that look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I kind of like that. This one, I have good smells, so that was food. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with that. So we just need a label. See if I've got one in here. That would be nice. And if I don't, then we'll just stamp on some paper. Hey, for real? Okay, bye. Where do I want to go with this? I kind of would love something that's like just long and skinny. I could cut that down. That would work. Oh, what about, nope, you're too big. Like I could do a black label. I kind of like that. It's tiny, but we can squeeze stuff on. or that one. Okay, so I think put these back in here. Kind of like this one better. That's that solid color. So let's see if I can get my dates on here. And if I can, then that'll be the winner. So this one is going to be the, right here, 20th to the 26th. So 2, 0. Oh yeah, we got this. To 2, 6. We can do it. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, Tammy, you just crushed this one. I love this one. It's a really pretty kit. I like that it has colors that are very like rich in it. It's really pretty for fall too. So if you just did it and told some fall stories, I bet those are amazing. Oh, also, I saw that you shared your jar, right? Your prompt jar for story kits. Pretty sure you just shared that online or on Instagram. Something about it anyways, but I thought it was like the actual thing. Now my brain is, you know, making me question myself, but I'm pretty sure I just saw that. And is Etienne on here? I don't think Etienne's on here, but, okay, saved. That was very nerve-wracking. That made me stop for a minute there. Anyways, have you guys seen Etienne's December daily? Oh, I love it. She's making me like, oh man, I did not make a mistake. I did not make a mistake by doing a real, a full album that's 10 by 8. Like that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. But the simplicity and her notebook her bound book is going to be so classically pretty. I loved it. So if you haven't seen it, she shared it over on the Facebook group, and it's also on her Instagram today. Loved it. So Etienne, if you're here, I love it. That's what it was. It was a video. It was not a terrible video. You're fine. You're fine. Videos are hard. But it was not terrible, I promise you. And it was really cool to see. So I was glad that you shared it. What else? What is something that you have seen recently that has made you kind of stop in your tracks, that you're like, oh, love this? What's inspiring you right now that people are sharing? I saw Luli. Luli, I love if you watch this, because I don't think she's here right now, but Luli shared her intro page to December Daily where she did the stars in the tree shape, and it's so pretty. Loved it. And then Kendra was sharing her travel album to, was it Norway? I think it was Norway. And just seeing, I really badly want to get some of my travel albums done because I feel like photography from travel, when we go places, it's kind of unbeatable. Like it just, the photos are so breathtaking. And Kendra's photos are breathtaking, where it makes me want to work on travel albums. Eventually though, right? We got too many projects all the time. This one's funny. So I put on here this little chipboard piece says best sound, and it's the sound of pictures printing off from my printer, like working on scrapbooking. And my favorite is, yes, when I am done editing everything, getting it all situated, and I can finally print it. So it is. It's the best sound. So what else? What else is inspiring us right now? I was just talking to Steph Grimes. So if you follow the December Daily Instagram account, we did the live on Monday and had sound issues where she had to drop off. And that was such a bummer. So I had talked to her about coming on and just doing like a one-on-one where we could discuss the questions that I had given her. And so I think we're going to be doing that tomorrow morning. I need to confirm time and then see if I can get something posted as a heads up. So I'm excited about that. Happy to be able to talk with her because I love talking with people about their processes and their stories and all that fun stuff. Okay, is that all of them? I think that's all of them. So I think that's where I'm gonna leave it because it's just a lot. I feel like every layout is a lot, isn't it? Which is why generally I keep my embellishing and all of that stuff very light. I think it ultimately for myself creates a layout that I find more visually appealing. Okay, so put all this stuff away and all of that away. So that is week 20, whatever this is, 25, right? So we've got hosting family dinner. I was working really hard to do some walk/runs to try and build up my endurance and be more active, and completely fell off of that and failed. So, you know, I had like a month of being active. I was pretty proud of that. I need to go back to that. I definitely feel like I have a better outlook. And it helps my mental health, right? To be active. So that needs to happen again. But that's that picture. I was working on a puzzle and I have the cats and there's Mr. Dibs. Oh, Mr. Dibs. It's so sad because this was like June 26th. So this was, I mean, he passed away right at the end of July. So this was like his last month of being alive. Oh, Mr. Dibs. We miss him. Such a good kitty. This one is Aaron talking like Mario and Luigi to Jonah because he's obsessed with that. Even now, it's been like, this is what, June, July, August, September, October, November. We're like 5 months since then, and he still constantly asks Aaron to talk like Mario and Luigi. Going to the park, printing off photos, going to the zoo or these 2 days, and then having a day outside playing in our splash pad. And that's it. That's my stories for the week. All right. Well, that completes 3 layouts in Project Life, which is super awesome. I have one more layout that I'm going to be doing tomorrow with you, so it'll probably be pretty short. It's 2:40 right now, which means that each of these is taking roughly about 30 minutes. So tomorrow's live is probably going to be about 30 minutes long, starting at 2 p.m. Eastern time. I don't think I have anything else for you. Don't forget to go onto Patreon so you can vote on the books for next year's book club. Don't forget to do that. And I think that's it. Oh, Neela Nilam is and Pam Baldwin's Christmas Past story. Oh, the thing she ran through the mink. Yes. Yes. So Etienne, so go check out Etienne's stuff because it's awesome. Yes, for Neela, her stuff has been super inspiring too. I agree with you. And that class, I haven't dove into that class yet. I probably won't for a while, but I've heard a lot of really good things about it. So I'm really glad to hear that you're enjoying it. All right, friends. Well, I'm going to let you go, take some pictures of all this stuff, and then go eat myself a late lunch. I hope that you have an awesome rest of your day. I will see you back here tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Alrighty. See you later, friends. Bye.